Alright, guys, so I want to record about the daily episode, June 25, 2023. Starting this recording around 8:45 a.m. Sunday morning. Just finished my coffee. I was trying to plan out my morning, and then I realized, I don't know if I want to work out in the morning first thing. I kind of want to knock out some other stuff first. So instead of going with the C4, I went with the coffee. And I'm gonna see how I feel by lunch, but I'm gonna eat brunch, not really like an early breakfast. I don't want to eat too late though. So I'm probably gonna start eating in a few minutes, or preparing to eat in a few minutes. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about my experience last night, I guess. I watched this movie about Louis Zamperini, kind of a local historical World War II hero, and Olympian in track. And I'd watched that movie on Netflix, Unbroken, before, but I don't know, like, I saw it again last night while eating some Chinese food and just kind of relaxing after going to the festival. And I watched it till it was about 2 hours, so just before it ended, probably just before like 9 p.m. or so. And so after I had after I had recorded yesterday while driving home from the festival, I found that to watch, as well as like some of Skinwalker Ranch. But I noticed it was getting kind of late, so I was like, let me not watch that Skinwalker Ranch episode, because I try not to watch that kind of stuff late. But I guess I did find that Unbroken movie to be kind of triggering. And so it kind of got to me a little bit. But strangely, I slept just fine with no... I mean, I didn't really sleep just fine. Like, my mind was pretty much racing before I went to bed. But I was actually tired, too. So I actually slept without taking anything. Like, and I did have coffee yesterday morning. Or was it at noon or morning? I think I had coffee at noon yesterday, maybe. So yeah, I still had a lot of caffeine in my system yesterday, but like when I was out. But yeah, I was a little surprised by that, but also, I didn't do a lot of meditating yesterday or anything like that. So, it's kind of like sometimes I just know kind of what to expect, or should know what to expect. So looking back on that, I'm like, yeah, it kind of makes sense that I was kind of, I was up a little late. I was working on some digital marketing projects and stuff late at night, just trying to get in the last steps. I had some job applications lined up, but I was like, it's Saturday, so what's the chances that these job sites are really going to be going through job applications Saturday and Sunday? Let me, because I found two local temp agencies that have positions they're hiring for, and I was like, okay, well, I don't really think I need to apply now. I'd rather spend a little time at night working on these projects, because I've got a lot of digital stuff going on right now, guys. Like, I've got the pods, I'm reopening my online store, every single like, you guys know how it is. Every single I don't know if I want to go as far as to call it a brand, but I guess they are technically individual brands of their own. So podcasts, there's 4 of them. Now, I'm not actively like blogging and doing YouTube videos and stuff, or TikTok or Instagram for like every single like podcast. Like the podcasts, I kind of consider them like individual, like that's kind of the main website I have for I guess all 4 of the pods. One of them is kind of becoming more blogging. I'm focusing more on blogging because I'm doing an affiliate marketing project, and I've been really focusing on the blog, but the blog links back to the podcast, and so I'm kind of trying to do it that way, but I'm still posting on the blog kind of primarily, but I'm trying to post on the on the podcast primarily, but I'm trying to post on the blog daily as well. And the YouTube channel, I think I'm actually gonna use TikTok over YouTube, but I don't know, like I'm way more familiar with YouTube, but it's like I've got to figure that one out, because I'm not like active on the TikTok and Instagram, but I feel like I can be, because I can repost on both of those without having to create original content all the time, because that's what gets the most time consuming, is creating original content. And you guys know, like, I don't even edit necessarily, because editing takes so long. A lot of times editing takes me longer than actually creating whatever the initial draft is, and so, you know, I know that my projects are kind of a little bit messy, but I'm trying at the least to kind of keep them a little focused, which is why, you know, these daily episodes kind of come in handy, because then when I'm, depending which brand I'm in, you know, I can at least talk about whatever the topic is at hand and not have to be rambling on about like, oh, what happened last night, or oh, what, I didn't sleep well, or whatever, like I'm tired, or maybe I'm energetic, or maybe I'm motivated, or maybe I'm a little scatterbrained, you know, like I don't have to keep bringing that kind of stuff up, because it's like, well, we're not really needing to talk about that at the moment. So I'm glad though that I did put in some work last night, and I did kind of look at, just briefly, some of the, you know, immediately available numbers, and it looks like I've gotten some organic traffic, just with, I think it's because I'm just like, you know, creating a lot of backlinks, and so because every single podcast technically has a blog, technically has a YouTube channel, they don't all really have an Instagram and a TikTok, but then I have this online store that there's a blog option on Shopify. I'm debating, I'm a lot more familiar with Blogger, and I feel like it has more capabilities than Shopify, than the Shopify built-in blog. And the thing I like about Shopify is you can kind of stop paying for your store, if that makes sense. Like, if you're not going to use it, you can pause the payments, meaning that you can't work on your store. I don't think you can, like, do anything with it necessarily, but you can actually, like, you can't do anything with it, but you can, you know, at least you don't have to pay $29 or however many dollars a month to keep it open if you're not actively using it. So all this time in the background, I did have a project that was very unfocused initially, of trying to like make money off of my Shopify store, and then it got into some other, like, let's just make some side hustle cash real quick within a couple weeks or 2 or 3 weeks or so, instead of trying to do the Shopify store, because my Facebook was banned, my Instagram was banned, or I don't know what was, like, everything was banned. And so, like, I wasn't able to, like, place ads anywhere, um because everything was kind of not working out the way I had ideally intended it to work out. And then I found out that TikTok required that, I think it was like $300 or $500, like, minimum for ad expenses. And I was like, I don't really want to dish that out right away. Like, I'd rather, you know, scale, like, slowly if I'm gonna scale. And then I had paid somebody to do, to drive traffic, and I guess they were driving traffic from, like, YouTube, and it was just kind of this crappy situation. So, I was like, let me study more about, how to get traffic, and, work on these other projects on the side too, because I want, like, multiple streams. So some good news, one of my pods has a stream, it has a stream of income available. I finally qualified for an ad for July. Strangely, that pod I don't really post on as much, but something that I posted is getting a lot of organic traffic. And so it's just, it's evergreen, and it's just, I don't know why, but I'm not gonna complain about it. But I was glad to see that, and I'm glad to see that a lot of the little things I've been setting up, and the accounts I've been seeding, and, like, slowly posting on, they are, getting a couple visitors here and there, and it's pretty quick within the month of June. And so, of course, it's not like, okay, make money overnight, but I mean, it's good to see some traffic coming through. And, but yeah, I was kind of last night trying to figure out some stuff, and then, yeah, for the one that offered me the July ad that I need to record, I can't use I can't record the ad until I update a Stripe account. I mean, till I add a Stripe account. I have to put my payment information. But I have this Chime account and this PayPal account that I would prefer to use. So now I'm trying to figure out how to do that. How to, like, can I link PayPal? Can I link Chime? It doesn't look like it, because they're not, it's not accepting it. It's saying sorry that it failed or whatever, and I'm like, oh my gosh. So I don't really know what to do. This morning I'm trying to figure that out. And then it's like always something, with these accounts. It's like, if it's not PayPal, if it's not Stripe, if it's not the ads, and then TikTok and Instagram and Facebook, and, like, all these places are just so, I just get so annoyed. It's like, can you please just let me set up these stupid accounts so that I can, place ads in them and do what I need to do? And it's so time consuming, because it takes so much extra effort and energy to be going back and trying to study and figure out and research, like, why is this not working? Why did this get banned? Like, why did that get banned? And it's like, this is just setting up accounts. Like, I'm not even posting anything sometimes. It's like I know about Instagram a little bit, that you can't really have multiple accounts set up through a specific IP address, right? And then I know with Facebook, say if you're putting up ads for, like, some kind of item that you're trying to sell, and you're putting up ads for that, and you can't really have ads that are showing a specific body part, like zoomed in on teeth or something like that. It doesn't even have to be some explicit body part. You can't, I think on TikTok there's stuff that, like, if it's considered medicine, so anything like a serum or, like, different wording that's like, maybe there's like a gel in something, but it's like, if it's considered like a serum or something like that, it's like considered like pharmaceutical or medical, and you'll get banned for that. It's like there's so many stupid things that I'm just like so frustrated with. And then Facebook, it's like, I can't set up the business account or whatever the account. I don't even know what it was that I can't set up at this point, but there was something for my store that I couldn't set up, that, so I couldn't go on Facebook Marketplace because I couldn't fully finish setting up that account. And so it's just things like that that just get so annoying, where I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't want to have to keep dealing with this stuff all the time. It's so obnoxious. I get annoyed. But yeah, like, I don't really know what to say about it other than that. It's just an annoying process to have to deal with, because a lot of these other things I could have been done with, and tracking traffic and creating content, but it's like instead I'm trying to like figure out how to like set them up. It's like I can't even set them up, and it kind of worries me, because I'm like, well, if I can't set up these accounts and it's this hard to set them up, how easy is it going to be to get banned once I start posting stuff on there? And so I don't even want to deal with it. Like, I think maybe the path of least resistance might be the best choice. And if I have accounts that are set up and they're just easy to set up on whatever platform it may be, if they're set up, let me go with it and use that, and not have to deal with the other ones that aren't easy to set up. But I've really got to figure this out, because it's like, I don't want to pay to start using my online store if I can't market anything. If I can't market products anywhere, like, how the heck am I going to sell anything, So it's like, it's got to at least be able to cover the price of a monthly $29, $29 monthly price of just having the store open. So I can't not have any sales. And so, yeah. And then I've got the affiliate program that, it's not going to pay out for probably like 60 something days, if that. And so, all I can do at this point with that is drive traffic and see if I can get anybody, kind of clicking through on that. And then, for the pods, I'm just gonna keep recording because I have fun doing it. I'm gonna keep posting. Not all of them are monetized. I think, let me see, two of them are monetized, but the third one is technically monetized through through a method of affiliate links. And one of them is not monetized at all. I used to have shirts that I would sell, and I stopped kind of doing that. And it probably gets the least traffic. I've probably been working on that one the least, just because it's like I've really got nothing monetary attached to it. I mean, it is fun to post, but it was a lot easier to post when I had, a nightlife schedule where I was like going out and partying more. But now that I'm not really going out and partying, or like really hanging out regularly with my friends, or doing things like that, and I'm kind of more like solo, just kind of like keeping my head down, kind of working on this stuff and applying for jobs, like I'm not going out as much, so I don't really have as much to say on that pod, because I'm just not having any kind of ideas come to mind. So alright, so for this segment, that's it for this segment of today. I'll see if I post more. I gotta go get my breakfast started, and I've got an episode topic that I kind of thought up last night that I'm surprised I still remember this morning, and kind of put some notes this morning, and I want to record about that and see how it does. And then I gotta figure out how to set up my Stripe account so that I can freaking set up my ad and then post the ad. I mean, it takes time to go back and post ads in old episodes and stuff, but I really want to do that. So, um, that's how my morning's looking before my breakfast brunch time. I'm kind of brainstorming. Yesterday really helped with my brainstorming, with kind of like being offline more and just kind of focused more, just like in my mind, and not just like clicking all over and scrolling all over websites and stuff, just like sitting and like listening to YouTube videos on specific topics. Like, I feel like I absorbed a lot of information, but now I need to kind of maybe figure out how to fix these error situations. It's going to take me a little bit, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus on the stuff that I know already works, so I don't exhaust my energy focusing on all these other glitchy things. I'm going to focus my energy on the stuff that I know is already established, that I can just bang out real quick and get those, get all that stuff posted or edited or whatever I need to do for whatever sites. I'm going to just do all my daily posting, or at least recording or writing or what I need to do for today. I actually would like for my Sundays to be, just front loading my week, and ideally just creating content so that for every site I have a post for every day for the week. If that, maybe, but I want to kind of maybe pre-record a lot of stuff if I have ideas to record, or if I have like anything to write about. I want to plan and pre-schedule so that I can just schedule a lot of my posting for the week, and then not have to deal with, skipping days. Like, I'll still post on the fly, like the daily episodes and stuff, but it's like if I skip one, I skip one, and at least hopefully I'll have more posts out that way. But also, it's just a lot of organizing. It's so much organizing, you guys. Like, I am just, it's hard to just organize all this stuff. So, alright, guys. I need to I'm gonna boil some eggs and get going with my food portion of the day, so my meals aren't like too off track, so I can eat lunch by like 1:30 or something and not have to eat so late and like push my meals late, so I can hopefully go to bed earlier tonight, because last night I went to bed a little after midnight. Then I woke up near 3:40, I think it was like 3:48 a.m. or something, and so yeah, that's what I'm going to try to do. I'm pretty caffeinated. I'm pretty motivated. I was glad to see there was some engagement on some of the new stuff. So it feels like I'm going in the right direction. A lot of the stuff I'm learning in my class, multiple classes, but class is working out well. And I'm getting a little more comfortable with implementing, skills, because that's usually the hardest thing for me, is like, I can learn stuff, and I love learning stuff and digesting it and kind of like drafting it, but then as far as like executing tasks, I really have the hardest time with that. And so I'm getting more comfortable with it, with like stuff that I'm comfortable with, like podcasting. Why not put an ad? That's not that hard. Or blogging, like, why not put all these backlinks and just like put all this stuff in there? And I just don't want it to look like messy and but alright, let me get off of here and get going.